Episode 1. Death Has a Shadow. Now, just about anyone who speaks the English language has heard of or seen the Brady Bunch. But if you're in the small minority like myself, this reference may have gone over your head. However, I still found myself laughing at the sheer absurdity. For reference, in Season 2, Episode 14 of the Brady Bunch titled, Where's the Smoke?, the oldest son of the bunch is caught by his stepsisters smoking cigarettes.
Are you sure about Greg? Smoking? Cindy and I saw him. He was standing in the park with 3 other boys, and he was smoking.
Although I've never actually seen this episode, I still found myself laughing at this scene.
Mom, Dad, I found cigarettes in Greg's jacket.
Greg, were you smoking cigarettes?
No, Dad.
Well, he's lying. There's no doubt about that.
And, of course, this is not what actually happened.
And Jan, I'm afraid you've earned a day in the Chamber of Fire for tattling on your brother.
And the grand prize goes to the Von Trapp Family Singers.
Oh, Daddy.
While The Sound of Music is a very popular musical that is still widely recognized today, if you're like me and didn't recognize the family name Von Trapp, this is an easy reference to miss. Once I did look up the name of the family, it all started to make sense. Julie Andrews is obviously amazing, so The Sound of Music will forever hold a special place in our hearts. But personally, this scene is one of the less memorable parts of the movie. It's still pretty good though. I just prefer the original scene for So Long Farewell.
To you. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night.
Well, I was going to call him, but my favorite episode of Different Strokes was on. You know, the one where Arnold and Dudley get sexually molested by the guy who owns the bike shop?
All right, now I want you boys to scream real loud at my ass.
And everybody learns a valuable lesson.
Different Strokes, like the Brady Bunch, was a very popular show during the 70s and 80s. I notice McFarlane often makes references to content from the 70s and 80s, seeing that he grew up during this time. And the first episodes of Family Guy aired in the late 90s, so no surprise there. But if you're like me watching Family Guy in 2023, or you are someone born in the post-90s, it's not likely you are looking at TV shows from 50 to 60 years ago. In this 2-part Different Strokes episode, titled The Bicycle Man, Gary Coleman's character and his friend Dudley are essentially molested by the local bike shop owner. He grooms them, shows them pornography, gives them alcohol, and to make things more horrific, he shows them pictures of himself naked. It's pretty dark stuff, especially for mainstream television in the 70s. They like to call these very special episodes, which is what I believe Peter is mocking here. These types of episodes back in the day were meant to teach valuable lessons to children. Nowadays, it's pretty much common sense to not even talk to strangers, but back then, I mean, hitchhiking was normal, so I'll just let that sink in with you.
And everybody learns a valuable lesson.
It sure was, Ed. In this next blooper from Joni Loves Chachi, watch what happens when Scott Baio tries to say she sells seashells down by the seashore.
What does your mom do for a living?
She sells seashells down by the... That is kind of a tongue twister.
This is another one that pretty much went over my head. Happy Days was another popular classic show where Scott Baio plays Chachi Arcola. It then led to a spin-off called Joni Loves Chachi, which is what Family Guy is referencing here. Now, I'm not really sure what McFarlane is mocking. It could be Scott Baio's gritty New York accent.
A little more tough. Yeah, Brooklyn. What? Brooklyn. So Brooklyn's tough, but the Bronx is in the lungs.
He could be mocking spin-offs in general. Here were a total of 6 spin-offs from Happy Days alone, and some of them actually went on to be very successful. Joni Loves Chachi, I believe, was very popular in South Korea, or that may just be a running joke. It could be that McFarlane just wants to see Scott Baio get mauled by a bear.
That is kind of a tongue twister.
While he's not known for tongue twisters, he is known to get caught with his foot in his mouth during interviews lately.
Oh, hell yeah. They got robbers, thugs, drug dealers, right, you name it. You folks want some pancakes? No, thank you. See, that's the worst we got is Jemima's witnesses. I'm caca for Cuckoo Puffs.
Oh, damn it, take 26.
Do for 6 years. It's what I intend to do for 2 more until the last hour of the last day of my term.
Mr. President, why do you think the American public has continued to support you throughout these impeachment proceedings?
Oh, probably because you're so fat.
And remember you had an Irish coffee the day we went to see Philadelphia?
Did you fire Andrew Beckett because he had AIDS?
I got it. That's the guy from Big. Tom Hanks, that's it. Ah, funny guy, Tom Hanks. Everything he says is a stitch.
I have AIDS.
I was diagnosed with AIDS 8 months ago during a bout with pneumonia.
How are you going, Johnson?
Well, Mr. Weed, I've been working on the new G.I. Jew line, and as you can see, they look great.
You call these bagels?
Whoa! I'm glad he's on our side.
You don't need to change the way you look. You know, most of the world's problems stem from poor self-image.